And of course, Friday night he was the star, the career high 34, the win against the Grizzlies. And we are running tonight from Wells Fargo Center. Second in a 4-game homestand for the Sixers. Chicago on the road for 2. They get it in deep against Embiid. Record at 19 and 34. They only won 22 last year. Simmons going to the goal and having his way on Hutchison.
Moving the defender out of his way, getting to where he wants to on the floor.
Simmons, the last month or so, has really emerged as a scorer. That's the 7-footer, Luke Kornet.
One of the keys we talked about him making progress this season. Look at that steal.
Oh, yep. He leads the NBA in that department. Works it with Shake Milton, who easily deposits 2. Compliments to Simmons. Satoransky working over Milton. Spots Kornet for 3, and down it goes for Luke Kornet.
He says, I don't want to talk about myself, but by the way, I do make it rain. There's more of that to discuss as the game goes on, I'm sure.
Did enter the game for the foul play, Kornet. There is Hutchison. It is for 3, and he drains it. Chandler Hutchison. And the reason he came off the bench is because he had a thigh bruise, and he took it out on the nets because I'm sure he was not happy coming off the bench. And coming in with neck stiffness. Oh, how about Furkan Korkmaz dropping a dime on Ben Simmons, huh? Also number 0, Kobe White, the rookie from North Carolina, on the floor. That's Korkmaz measuring another 3. It's a beautiful thing. Furkan Korkmaz with 9 points already.
Able to bring it back and garner it there.
They give him the steal. It'll be his 3rd already. Korkmaz another 3. Yes! The shot clock running down, and finally Archie Diacono. Oh, beautifully done by Korkmaz to break it up. Gets it back from Simmons and lays home 2. Has been inconsistent.
Well, and he's got to go back to reminding himself, and I'm sure he's done this, that he's a basketball player, not just a one-dimensional player. He's a complete basketball player who does a lot of things.
Coming off the bench now for the 2nd straight game. Embiid, there's Hutchison on the double. It's Korkmaz unloading, and what else? Hitting a 3. They're like layups. And now the 76er D coming up big here as we begin the 2nd. And there's Robinson slamming for 2. His first bucket as the Sixer, Glenn Robinson the 3rd.
It usually gets shooters going. You can see what's also trying to help from Brett Brown's point of view is a little bit of aggressiveness here.
Remembers most guys during his rookie year. He remembers when Joel was still recovering. He was playing 3-on-3 with him every day. And he says that he knew he was going to be a superstar before the rest of the league got a chance to see him on a court.
Simmons, wow, dusting a good defender, and Thad Young, his own miss. Now gives it up. 5-0 for 3. Yes!
The lane. Look at all the defenders there. There's 5 there. He sees guys open around him. If there's 5 around me.
And they're looking to score. So is this guy, Levine, working over the bigger Harrison, and the putback by Thaddeus Young, meaning injuries. He is starting.
Play Young, you got to match his energy. He's going to crash every time. Ooh.
Oh, beautiful slam by Simmons off the feed by Milton.
Being a little impatient, wanted him to take the initial jump shot, dribbled a little, got into his comfort zone, and took the same shot just a couple seconds later.
Finally, it is White. Let me add the Sixers. 16 assists, 19 buckets. Starting center in there, Cristiano Felicio. For 6, man in the middle. Levine got it done.
Never left the floor, but the good timing with that height advantage. No need to leave the floor.
Richardson got it.
The obstacle of coming back from an injury, one is your physical, ability, but the other is your mental ability. Can you get past it mentally, that injury?
All right, Serena, we thank you for the insight. There's Luke Kornet missing the 3. Point guard Thomas Satoransky finding Levine. So even as we speak, another offensive rebound for Chicago. Hutchison, one of the forwards for Chicago. Thaddeus Young, the other. Luke Kornet in the middle. The guards, Thomas Satoransky and Zach LaVine, as LaVine laces the 3. Since they led 16-15 about halfway through the first.
We talked about how the Sixers were unable to separate themselves from the Bulls. Nice put back.
Levine working it with Kornet as that time.
Because there's always the spread, and there's always could go either way. So at every quarter, there's some suspense, there's some action. I kind of like that.
Yeah, interesting. Defense on Hutchison. He's claiming he was fouled. The whistles remain silent. Simmons high stepping his way to glory. Well done by Ben Simmons. Give him 16. Oh, and a steal by Korkmaz.
Careless pass from Levine.
Furkan for a three. Yes! Wow!
Ridiculous numbers there. And after last game, Brett Brown said, hey, yeah, we love you shooting, but really it's been his defense that he's been most impressed with. And we saw it before that last time out, guys, right? He had that steal and then came back with a three.
That's not to say he can't have an effect on a game in many other ways. Levine, a rather healthy three, and he drills it. And pretty good defense that time. And the taller Tobias Harris as the Bulls now look to go in front. It's Levine. Their best at 37%, a tick above the NBA average. And now the Sixers down three, have it out of the timeout. Thybulle all the way to the cup. The rookie can tie it. Going to the line, looking to complete the three-point play.
Take a look at this block here. Joel carving a little bit of a lane for Matisse to exploit. Felicio late getting there, the foul.
Embiid fouled, you can count it. It'll be on Felicio, that'll be his fifth.
White in front of him.
Kornet.
And the Sixers handle that.
And can Kornet handle Embiid when he's charging in like that? Nope. Joel with 18. Embiid in the middle with Furkan Korkmaz and Mike Scott as Korkmaz misses the three. Embiid slamming for two and maybe give the offensive rebound there to Mike Scott to help to keep it alive.
Here's that offensive rebound. There's the putback. 76ers up 4.
Poised through runs, and Josh Richardson said it's about being vocal on the floor.
Serena, we thank you as out of the timeout, Chandler Hutchison scores for the Bulls. Josh Richardson, I remember he told me a story when he first auditioned for the Miami Heat before he was drafted by them. He thought that one of the things that he could do to differentiate himself is Korkmaz, now at 24.
Especially with an organization as solid as the Heat, they understand the importance of communicating to one another, being a team.
Well, that time, Kornet escaping Joel Embiid and gliding in for two. Zach LaVine trying to work it with Kornet.
He's having a good night.
Boy, I'll say, Luke Kornet, he averages just over 5. He's got 18. His season high 19 is...
It's 2 bucks.
This on the heels of the career high 34. Kornet, emboldened, drills the three. Simmons swooping in and scoring. Ben with 18, 8 boards, 7 assists. Maximum not revealed as Simmons' pass is tipped, but Harris recoups it. That's for a three. Yes!
Advantage. All he had to do is turn his shoulders. Point blank range.
Sixers lead the NBA in post-ups per game. Young slamming for two. Compliments of Satoransky. To the crowd in reaction. OPS, Zach LaVine with 30.
Again, this is not the same Chicago Bulls team that walked into this building wondering how their night will go. Position to win. I'm reminded what the late great Jim Valvano used to say. All you want your team in the fourth quarter to do is be in a position to win. They are right now.
Oh, that was beautifully done, and you love to see the two big guys combining there. Sixers give it up in transition. There's Young picking cherries and throwing down two. Embiid, a healthy three. Yes! And 7 of 10 from the line. No, I did not. I'm looking for mine.
Mine are in the trunk of the car.
Really? And Simmons has himself his 5th triple-double of the season. The perfect way to cap Australian Heritage Night here at Wells Fargo Center.